Hey guys, it's Whatjamagiveit or Watch here, but it doesn't matter which one you call me. Anyway, I'm welcoming you back to more Let's Stream Pikmin 2. In the last part, we did some more of Challenge Mode. In this part, we're going to be finishing Challenge Mode, and with that, the entire stream series, because Challenge Mode is the last thing in the stream series. So we're going to be going to the secret testing range. We get 10 of each Pikmin and 2 potions. Now, I did start this one last stream, but I cut it all out because of... ended up not getting any progress on it, really, so... This is a really annoying dungeon with a really hard boss at the end, which is why I basically gave up on it at the end. So we have these two enemies here, which one of them has the key, which is really annoying, because they're very annoying enemies to fight. I'm going to try to just kill the one and hope that it has the key, because that's what I did last time. Because we need to save these potions. Believe me when I tell you, we definitely need these potions. I would use a potion on them. But, oh my goodness, it's gonna kill someone. Yep. Alright, now we're gonna have to restart. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. This has mostly been blind. I think I mentioned that already in the first part of this. This is basically blind. I haven't done this before. In this game, which is the perfect rank, which is what I'm going for. I don't know why I haven't been stunning it. For some reason... Okay, just keep going with it, just keep going with it, just keep going with it. Kill it? Okay. Yeah, and it will... come back to... Oh my god. Leave me alone. Come on, carry that back quickly, Pikmin. Oh, the hell with that. Why are we doing that? Please. We just need to get the key back, that's all. Okay, so there are some treasures around this floor. As you can see, there's some there and in the sides. I'm not going to worry about them in this one dungeon because it's much too hard. I just need to move on so that enemy does not kill me. Anyway, I'm going for perfect rank, which is purple flower, which means just make it through the dungeons without running out of time. As you can see, there's a time limit. And, of course, not losing your Pikmin. So, those are the two criteria. Now, as you can see... Oh, my goodness, I'm dropping down. Final floor. Hey, guys. So, at this point, this is actually post-commentary because my past self was too far away from the microphone and you could not hear him very well. So, what I did was just download the whole video, and I'm going to basically... just post-commentate some certain parts here. Some parts, my past self, you hear me kind of talking, and I'll maybe include some of that stuff if it's loud enough, but for the most part, there's going to be a lot of post-commentary, except for when there's rage. So, yeah, as I'm doing right now, I'm really just getting my Pikmin together. I'm going to get some blue Pikmin to fight this boss. This is the man at legs that we fought in the story mode. So I'm going to get blue Pikmin to fight him because of the water. This is how I've seen some other YouTubers do it with just 10 Pikmin. So the way I did it in my failed attempt at this in the last stream before this was with all my Pikmin, and that didn't work very well. So I'm actually just going to get the other Pikmin and bring them over here so that they're safe. That's what I'm doing with Olimar right now. Louie's going to be the one to fight this boss for now. What I'm going to do is just take my... And I just want to get these guys out of the way because he fires that big old machine gun, as you guys might remember from the story mode. But we'll just go ahead and get this guy on here. Now, actually, I'm about to... First, we have to wake this guy up, but I'm about to have a little rage compilation here because, spoilers, I do fail a little bit at this. So, why don't we go ahead and check that out, and I'll be back in post-commentary mode in a bit. See, it doesn't do much damage. Do I still have all... No, I don't. Okay. Yep, that was ridiculous how he just shook them off like that. What the hell, man? No! Oh my god! He's not supposed to... Get the fuck over here! You goddamn it! Why are you on the other side of that? God, I hate this level. I hate this one. I have not had this much issue with any of these other ones. No, but this fucking one, this particular one, towards the end, of course. Oh my god, bro, why were you still over there? I called you back, you fucking idiot. God, are you that stupid? Come on. Why is he doing it again already? Oh my god. Why are you mixing up your pattern all of a sudden? For some reason... Alright, so now we're back to try this again here. That was into the really bad fail compilation. Anyway, this man at legs is very deadly. I was never able to beat it in my regular playthrough of this on the stream without losing any Pikmin, so that's why it's been so challenging for me and so frustrating. at least for my past self. I don't have to suffer anymore because I'm done with that. So you do know I did end up beating it successfully. Yeah, the reason I have to do this really is because my past self just wasn't close enough to the microphone, so can't hear me very well, and I do get even more quiet as time goes on. I also probably had the game turned up a little bit too loud, but yeah, I've been saving these 2 potions for this particular dungeon or room because they're very useful here, and you don't want to use them in the first bit. I was kind of saying that, but it was a little bit quiet there at the beginning, just because they help quite a bit here. Now this is messed up. That Pikmin should definitely not have lived there. I'm not sure how that happened, but in the stream, but I got really lucky. And also, this red potion is much more useful, as I mentioned before, than the purple potion for bosses, and that was another instance of something that definitely shouldn't have happened. I also somehow survived all of that, which is incredible. But yeah, the red potion is so much more useful than the purple potion because the purple potion does not damage bosses as much. Yeah, but this is incredibly hard to do, so I was frustrated quite a lot. That's why I was banging on my desk and getting very upset. But thankfully you only have to face this guy once in challenge mode, so... And I kept getting worried too that, because one of the reasons I got upset was because when he goes down to do his little thing, like he's resting, is when you're supposed to go attack him, but he did that before in one of my attempts where I died, and as soon as I went to go throw it at him, he started firing his machine gun at me, which is why I got mad, because he faked me out, basically, which I didn't know he could do. This is why I'm being very cautious in stuff right now, because I was worried that he was going to do that again, and I was worried I would have to redo everything because it's been so challenging. And now, as you can see right there, just barely threading the needle. This entire attempt right here was incredible because there's no way that I should have actually lasted through some of that stuff. I got extremely lucky, which, to be fair, honest, I think I kind of deserved after doing this forever. It was well-deserved luck. Not that I mean, not really, I don't know. Not that anybody, I guess, deserves luck in particular, but yeah, the goal of this fight is, of course, if you haven't figured it out already, just to hide whenever he fires behind something where he can't reach you. Which I had to be honest though, even though I had a lot of trouble with this, I had a much easier time at it than I did during the playthrough. I should have went more like, I should have just used my blues during the playthrough. Instead I decided to try to use the yellows, which didn't really work out as well. And I ended up losing a lot of them, but I did get through it, of course, so... Yeah, I'm not sure why I felt so strongly that I needed to use the yellows, but I do think it is more useful to use the blues. And this proves it, especially because I'm doing this whole fight with 10 blues, and it's still working quite well. Pikmin with small numbers is actually a good thing at some points, because they're easier to control and keep alive, which is what I think my friend Multi-Game Master 1 did a lot in his No Death run, is using small amounts of Pikmin, because it's easier to keep control of them and keep them from dying. So it can be advantageous to have just small amounts of Pikmin. As you can see here, I did it. And my past self in the corner there is very, very pleased and relieved to have done this now. I've already felt this feeling of relief. I know what it's like. Now I'm just going to go ahead and grab these few treasures right here. They're nearby as an act of celebration. Also, it seems like it took Olimar to do the job. Louie just couldn't handle it. King of bugs, my ass. Well, that wasn't a bug, so I guess never mind. He is the king of bugs. And there's the exit. But I am going to go ahead and grab this one treasure here real quickly, because I think that this treasure is close by and I might as well. But I started getting a little bit nervous that I would throw him off or something, so after I grabbed the treasure, I decided to just go straight to the exit. Plus, I'm running lower on time. And I was like, oh my goodness, I was just so worried that if I accidentally threw them off here, I would be so upset after I actually beat them. Because I wasn't sure at first if I'd be able to do this. I was like, I don't want to give up after I did all this time, or after I spent all this time doing this. I don't want to have to give up on this. And I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't have, but it would have taken me forever and I would have gotten more upset. But this was probably one of the harder ones I had to do. So with that, I've finally beaten this one, and I can move on from it. The reason I'm not doing a face cam for my post commentary is just because there's no real point. You guys can just pretend that's me talking down there right now rather than my past self, but there's our perfect on that. Now we get to move on to the next part. Overall, this hasn't been too bad, but I probably won't come back and play much of this ever again, really. Okay, so most of these are short, except for this one. And then the last one, of course, is 5 floors. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of these last 5 and finish this off. Breeding ground, we get 4 reds, and that's it. So we're gonna have to find either some Baldman or and 2 purple potions and 3 red, and it's like 3 floors here. So there's something we're missing. We're either gonna get some Baldman or some candy. There it is. Yeah, candy pop. That was ridiculous. This criteria for these purples, man. It's not that fucking bad, but it's also at the same time super fucking ridiculous. Honestly. All right, so I'm back again for some more post commentary. I'm just gonna be cutting in and out. Some things I said are loud enough to hear, but for the most part, not really. So I'm gonna have to basically just post commentate a bunch of different things. So this dungeon, yeah, it just gives you a few different Pikmin, and I just had to go around and grow up my Pikmin population as much as I could to where I thought it was a good amount. You don't have to use everything. In fact, you could just move on with just a little bit of Pikmin, so it's not necessary per se for you to get every single one of these candy pop buds that you find, but I decided to try to build up a healthy amount of each of my Pikmin here. What I did was get my yellows first, and then I used my yellows since I had more of them to grow my blues, and then I'm going to go do the same thing with my reds next. And then once I feel like I have a healthy amount, there's some more on some of the future floors too. This wasn't too bad of a dungeon. What you saw there was I had failed, and I cut that completely out because I didn't think it was necessary to show it. Because it wasn't that interesting, but I did fail there, and it was over something really stupid. I don't remember what. It's like, oh no, I accidentally had a red or something go into a electric hazard with my yellows. That's what it was. So that made me frustrated because it was a stupid way to die. But anyway, I think I accidentally got yellows here where I didn't mean to. So now I'm going to try to build up my reds again. But at the last minute, I'm going to switch to my yellow because I didn't want to use another red to grow my reds and waste that red. Now I have more yellows than I need, but some of these candy pop buds I'm ignoring because there's creeping chrysanthemums next to them, and I don't feel like fighting them and needlessly possibly losing my Pikmin, even though they're not that hard to fight. Because I just don't want to risk it. Because I'm just at this point basically trying to get through, because I want to finish challenge mode but not die. Yeah, right there you can see the creeping chrysanthemum, because it is a different shaped flower than the rest of these things. There's another one on that other side. And there's the key, not guarded by a creeping chrysanthemum, thankfully. So I just go ahead and grab this bad boy so that I can move on to the next floor. At this point, I have so many leaf Pikmin, but it's not a big deal because leaf Pikmin aren't that terrible. They're all okay in my book. But flower Pikmin are, of course, superior. So now what I'm going to do is run past the creeping chrysanthemum and just go ahead and hop in this bad boy. There. That's why I'm just walking past it. And move on to the next floor. This is the one where I had issues. Now it was annoying. No, it wasn't. It was the floor after this where I accidentally lost. So I actually made it to the last floor and then lost my Pikmin. So there's more candy pop buds here to grow up. I'm not going to use to grow up your Pikmin population. I'm not going to use them all here. As you can see, I end up just using a few of them because I feel pretty happy with my population count, but I want to get a little more evened out just in case I need it. Now this floor, as I already discovered when I played through before is the key is not with either of those enemies, so you do not have to kill them. You can just completely ignore the enemies, and you can go get the key, which is on the other side. But first I'm going to grow up my Pikmin population just a little bit more. I didn't get my blues. I want more blues because I don't have that many blues. I want more blues and reds. I think that's all I wanted, really, just to even it out with the yellows. Because I wasn't sure what all I would need to do in the last floor. It's actually not that much that you need to do. So you really can make it through here without that many Pikmin, but it doesn't hurt. But of course, the more Pikmin you have, the more you need to look after to not lose them if you're going for the perfect purple flower ranking. Now I'll get the thing of reds over here. Now I decided I'm not going to waste my time breaking down those other ones, and I would just use this candy pop bud on the other side of this wall to grow my reds. Since I don't really want to waste too much time, because keep in mind at this point I'm just trying to get through. I'm not really trying to look for every little thing. But of course I'm going for perfect ranking, which doesn't require me to get every little thing. So there is some treasure in these enemies, I think, if you wanted some treasure, so that's why you might want to kill them, but I'm not going to kill them. The same with the creeping chrysanthemums on that other floor. Most of the treasure is in plain sight, so if you're playing through and you want to go for that, you can very easily... yeah, and I almost got more yellows, and then I didn't, and then I got more yellows again by accident because I threw again anyway, which made me very unhappy. Because I don't need this many yellows, but I have them anyway now. Not that yellows are bad, but for this next section, we really didn't need that many. But the key was actually very close this time. It can spawn behind any one of these doors in this layout that I got. So, not bad at all for that. In terms of the beautiful key. And I have as many blues as I'm going to need and way too many yellows. I just want some more reds at this point. So when I break down this door, I am going to go for that other candy pop bud, and I will go for the exit, which is likely going to spawn over in that area. I think it does actually for me. But of course it could spawn anywhere behind any of these things, and yeah, it did. It spawned right over that area. So you can just completely ignore these enemies, which is just the way I like it, because I don't want to lose my Pikmin. Getting to play through these really gave me a taste of what it was like for Multi and his playthrough to go the whole game without losing any Pikmin. That would have been horrible, and I definitely could not have done that. So yeah, I just wanted to throw them in there first and then get my other Pikmin working on this so I could get out of here faster. And then come back and pluck them with my boys, Olimar and Louie. So then I could escape immediately once that's done with my extra red Pikmin in hand. And this is all the more Pikmin that I end up getting, because I don't think I need any more than that. And then I move on to the next floor. This is the final floor where I lost, I actually failed this one, but like I said, cut it out. Here it is. It's actually not that bad at all, but there's electrical hazards, and I wanted just my yellows, but of course, as you know, Pikmin get mixed up, and I got some red Pikmin in there. By accident, red or blue, I don't remember, and I lost one, which was really heartbreaking to lose them that way. And we're gonna I'd kill some of these enemies first just to get them out of the way. I'm basically just looking for the key at this point. I'm not sure where it is, so as you can see, there's all little treasures around. Of course, treasures within the enemies if you want that. You know, always kill the enemies if you want them, but it's always a risk. Not the puffy blowhogs. They're easy to kill without losing Pikmin. But you know what I mean. See, now I'm being extra careful because I don't want to. I'm looking first before I go for it to make sure there's nothing in there. And I go to destroy all the electrical hazards there are just to make sure I don't lose any. I'm not taking any risks at this point, essentially, because that would be a lot of work for me to have to come back here again. There's a bell right there. Actually, over there is where the exit is going to spawn, to the right of my layout. I just need to find the key, which I don't remember where I found that at, so here I go risking my yellows on the fire, which I don't mind doing because it's easy to save them. At this point, I'm not sure what's in this room, so what I did is just leave right away. But I did want to try to flower my Pikmin, which is why I put those yellows on that. I think I was going to take my reds and maybe go over there and... No, I'm going to kill this guy, that's right. I kill him because I don't want him in the way. I'm just trying to make a little safe spot over here where I don't have to worry about anything. Of course, he dropped another ball if I really wanted it, but I don't really care for it. Now I'm going to come over here and help these guys out because I want to get this nectar in here just to flower them, because I was thinking maybe there would be like a boss fight or something coming up, and I was worried that my Pikmin would be messed up without the being flowered, not as helpful, so I and had a greater chance of dying, so I decided to get, of course, the nectar for that. Now most of them are flowered. That's all fine and dandy. And that's all I really wanted. Now I don't know where the key is actually at this point when I'm playing, but the key is actually in one of these enemies. I just remembered that. And I'm also being very careful not to throw any non-yellows at this thing. Of course, I have so many of them at this point. And again, because I don't trust. Now I try to throw them onto this, and they end up going for the fire, which makes me very upset because I'm not really. I keep saying very upset, but on the inside I was very upset, but not on the outside. I didn't care that much. I just wanted to destroy that. That way, nothing was in the way, or nothing there would instantly kill my Pikmin, because to hell with electricity, because it instantly kills your Pikmin. And I was worried these things would get in the way when I had to fight these enemies, which I'm assuming. Well, I'm going to check for the key because I haven't been able to find it. So I was wondering at this point whether or not they would have the key. So I decided I would fight these enemies. So I'm trying to lure them out of the water because I don't want to have to fight them with blues. But they're not coming out until now. Now they come out, and that makes me very pleased. But I can't do anything because it's so close to the water, and I'm worried about it. So I end up waiting to see if he comes out of the water a little bit more, and then I get impatient and I start throwing my blues on his head. I think. Yeah, now I start throwing my blues on his head because I wanted to kill him without worrying so much, and then I just stop caring because I think I can get them out of the water easily enough if I need to. I've been being extra careful, but I'm not that careful. And then I throw the reds so that they don't catch on fire. And that as you can see, that enemy did in fact have the key. Somehow nothing drowned there, because only blues got on that, which was incredible. Now at this point, that's where I believe the exit's going to spawn, because I haven't seen anywhere else likely for it to spawn. So now I'm starting to work on getting my Pikmin over there so I can take care of that. Now I let them lock onto this bell because I realized that they're not going to actually carry it. There's not enough of them. That way they're up there on the edge, and I can go ahead and call them over. As you can see, I was correct in my assumption that the exit would spawn there, so I'm getting my yellows over now just to destroy this electricity and then start breaking it down so I can go get my blues and bring them over to help out so that we can move on to the next, or get the hell out of here, because at this point I've lost no Pikmin and I'm home free basically. Well, it's not as long as I can get out of here. So that's one of my only concern is to get over there and break this thing immediately before something goes terribly wrong, because you know it always can. Alright, they'll destroy that fast enough. And then I'm just going to chill over here with my Pikmin. I was going to go over and maybe carry that bell, but I realized that they broke it really quickly, so I decided to come back anyway and just leave. Okay. And there you have it. That level's complete with no deaths and giving us a perfect ranking for sure. Just the way I like it, of course, because that's how we're doing it. We will get all of them for sure. I don't know why I didn't save there. Okay, only 4 more floors, 3 of which only have 3 more levels, 3 which only have 1 floor. Let me just check how long I've been streaming. Yeah, about an hour, which is not, I should not have been streaming that. A lot of that was the first floor, which I'm probably going to cut a bunch of shit out of. I don't know, we'll see. Cave of Pain, level 1, I wasn't even paying attention to the... We ate a bunch of reds. Alright, back for more post-commentary, of course. This is a fairly simple level. As you can see, there's really not much to it. It's 1 floor. Now, the problem is it's full of hazards and very chaotic, and that's why it's called the Cave of Pain. But fortunately for me, I actually prefer this kind of thing to that ridiculous man-at legs and stuff like that, because the surprises are much easier to get by now. I mean, it's very chaotic if you're not careful. As long as you keep moving past these things, you're usually okay. I mean, there's lots of bombs and other ridiculous things. And the other thing I like about this one is that if you fail, it's not very hard to redo because it's all very small. So this guy tries to eat my Pikmin, but I'm able to kill him before he does. Of course, because that's how we roll. We don't let those filthy bulb orbs eat my Pikmin, of course. So there's the key. Very easy to get. So even if you die and have to redo this, it's not too bad. As for these bomb enemies, I'm trying to protect my Pikmin with the key from it. I was going to dismiss them and go after them, and because I was afraid of that enemy killing them, but they got in the way. That bomb got in the way. So what I'm gonna try to do now is just completely get past this enemy with the key while punching him. And when that happened, this thing fell over and ended up hurting the enemy, which was very nice. Yeah, you can blow up this thing if you want. And there was the exit actually right by the ship, so it's not a hard level at all. We had the ship speak to us again, which is forbidden. I will not allow that. I tried to go over here and grab my Pikmin because I knew they would come back to me immediately, just so they wouldn't get hurt. Now, as for this enemy, he's in the way. So I've noticed that I have these potions, and I haven't used them. It's only one floor, so I said, well, why the heck am I not using them? So I came over and just decided to kill this guy. And I decided to bring back this big strawberry just because it was right next to the ship, because I might as well get a little bit of treasure. Why not? I'm not going to bother getting too much treasure, but as you can see, there's treasure. That strawberry you can get from that enemy. There's one on top of there. There's some other little treasures over by that little thing there where I'm pointing my thing at right now, at the little slope that we walked past. If you want to get some other treasure there. It's a very easy floor too, but at this point, like I said, I was mostly just focused on beating everything, so that's about it. Of course, we got another perfect ranking right now. Not right now, actually, in the past, but it's always in the past. Even when you're watching it back, unless you're watching it live, to me. Alright, this is Bully Den, 25 purples, 2 potions of each, and only 1 floor. Let's go into it. Alright, let's switch to Louie right off the bat, just because we haven't been beating him very much. Alright, y'all already know what time it is. It's voiceover or post-commentary time for the Bully Den here on the final floor, which is the only floor. And I'm not sure what to do at this point, as you can tell. My past self is very bewildered and not sure what to do, so just exploring, because like I did say at the beginning of this, most of this was blind, so I'm trying to give you what my thought process was at the time I was doing this, since I have to voice over it, or post-commentary over this, so... It's called the Bully Den. Yeah, I was very unsure what to... Nothing bad about it right now. Excuse me, what to do. Okay, wait, what? So I was just looking around, I was like, oh, is there going to be some sort of traps? My thought was maybe that behind those things there would be some traps I need to find. So what I decided to do was just come back here and see if I could break open this thing. And since I had some red potions, I decided I would use it on this because I didn't see any enemies, so I was thinking, okay, there must not be any enemies. So I broke that open and found a treasure in there, and I decided I didn't need that. And lo and behold, this fella comes back at it again. And it's just a trap that he falls there. I don't know why he didn't trigger the first time, but... basically, we just need to go ahead and take care of him. As we usually do, purples can... stunning him will make it so you can actually attack him. Which is why this isn't really that hard, but there's 2 of them, so it could be difficult if you don't take care of them right away, but I took care of the one already, now he's no threat any longer. Just like they are, because they're worthless in that mode, so I decided to just go ahead and take out this guy. So I really didn't have any problem with this. It's called the Bully Den, but it's really not that hard, because they give you these purple... Now, imagine if they didn't, if they gave you like purple candy pop-ups and you had to go find them yourself and grow them, that would be annoying, but no, yeah, now I just have to chase down these guys. I'm assuming, I was assuming that one of these guys had the key, but they were running away from me. I just I went ahead and caught this guy and started attacking him. Now, for some reason, I think only stun damage actually hurts them, so I can't like have my Pikmin keep swarming. I have to actually keep throwing the purples on top of them to stun them and do damage. That seems anyway the only thing that works, so that's what I was doing over and over again here to get it to work. Stomp damage? I think we do have to do stomp damage. At least trying to, and almost making my way there. But yeah, anyway, like I said, this is not a very hard dungeon if you just attack them right away. Like I had that one, the way they triggered there, I think it's actually just random what triggers them. It's kind of like in the dungeon, like after a certain amount of time they trigger or something like that. Because they both seem to have triggered it once, because I came back to the other one, that other guy was already there, but I'm not sure on that one. Anyway, I found this beautiful nectar, so I decided to flower my Pikmin very quickly. Everybody's flowered to go take on the rest. And everybody got flowered for this. And I have to go hunt down this other guy who ran away from me. who I happen to have found and cornered over here. So now it's just a matter of time. Now these electric cannon beetles spawn, and I was worried that they were going to electrocute some of my Pikmin, so I went ahead and just stunned them quickly, or froze them with my wonderful purple potion that I was given.
I think I did still have that.
And then I decided to kill this man. Oh, it's no man. It's no man at all. It's so phony. That guy's a... I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's certainly no... They're not cool, I can tell you that. They're pretty lame. And lo and behold, this guy did have the key, so I go ahead and take that back while breaking down one of these things here, I believe, because that one looks like it's already breaking down a little bit, so I'm assuming that the X is going to spawn there, which is why I went ahead and put my Pikmin there. Just because it had nothing behind it, so... And lo and behold, the exit did actually spawn there, and I was correct in my
There's probably a bunch of little
prediction.
Here, but I'm not going to worry about any of those.
So now I come over and just break this bad boy open so we can leave. That is not a hard dungeon at all, really, in my opinion. So yeah, there is more treasure hidden within this area, mostly behind stuff and from enemies you can kill that we killed most of the enemies. So if you want it, you can get it. But I decided to leave it with all my Pikmin intact and getting my beautiful purple flower for this dungeon. Making our way to the end with only about 2 left at this point. Perfect, just how I like it.
As for this next one, is this the last one, or was there one more before? I don't remember. I can't remember now.
There is one more before it. The sniper room.
Hello Pikmin were there first. And
all right.
like I needed.
Welcome back to post commentary again. I just keep announcing that so that you guys know when for sure I am doing it or when I'm not doing it.
But I'm dedicated to finishing it at this point, honestly.
Sorry, that was just doing a little test there. But anyway, this is the sniper room. The sniper room is 1 floor, of course. It's filled with some of these cannon beetles. Cannon beetle larvae, or whatever they are called. They're tremendously dangerous, and I don't know how I managed to survive with all these Pikmin here, because just look at that boulder. I was very concerned with this boulder coming after me. I was like, oh my goodness, this boulder's gonna kill my Pikmin for sure if I'm not careful. And I just went ahead and let that stupid marble get carried back because, of course, the enemy dropped it, and I didn't really care enough to stop them because they were so close to the ship. But I'm not out here looking for treasure. I'm out here to get some keys and beat these floors. So at this point I was worried about that thing killing my Pikmin, so I decided to go over here and use this to use this guy to kill these couple enemies here. Also, I failed this just once, as you can tell by that little cut at the beginning. I tried to kill one of these cannon beetle larvae, and it just killed some of my Pikmin, so
now we can come over here and purple potion this son of a bitch. Maybe not.
I had to restart, but it wasn't that big of a deal since this is only 1 floor. I like the ones that are 1 floor because it's so much easier to navigate and to redo.
Ooh,
that purple Pikmin almost got absolutely destroyed, and it almost got absolutely destroyed there again, but somehow it didn't. At this point, I decided not to use any potion. Could have, but I wasn't sure if he would have the key, which is why I didn't really want to waste my potions on him. Because I knew that I could also just stun him if need be. Which I killed him, and he did not have any key or anything of the sort. But the key was actually laying right over here, and I didn't even notice it. So everything worked out, and I now have a safe path back to the ship for the key, which will give us our exit. But where the exit is, I wasn't sure. I was hoping it would be over there by where I killed the cannon beetle for where the key was, so I wouldn't have to go over on the other side of the level. But it is not, and it actually is over on the other side of the level there. So we're gonna have to venture over there after I get this key back. All the Pikmin waddle their way over here. There they go. I had this very slow purple Pikmin carrying it just because they were near it. So there's the exit all the way over there. First thing I'm gonna do is go back over here and look to see if it was over here or not. And I notice it's not, then I turn around and come back. to go look for the exit for sure. Now I want to bring my pick. The only reason I'm bringing my Pikmin with me is because, of course, because it is a exit that needs to be broken. Otherwise, I would just go look for it myself. And I used my purple potion on that thing, which was in the way, which was much more helpful, I think. And immediately here, as we come out here, we're going to see that we have one of those disgusting, filthy enemies up there firing missiles at us. Or attempting to, which I gave my Pikmin a red potion so they could dodge it very quickly, and then come over here and break this, which I happen to find close by this thing. And with that, I successfully navigated this dungeon. Not too bad, if I do have to say so myself, because we made it through there without having to do too much in general, and just getting what we needed without getting out. So, very good. Some more treasure around there if you wanted to look around a little bit, of course, but I got what I needed, and I got my perfect rank.
Save, please.
And here's the last one. We get 20 reds, 20 blues, 10 purples. It's the Emperor's Realm. We get 2 of each potion, and there's 5 floors. I'm going to try not to use any of the potions as possible. The last floor, I do know what's in this one, sort of. Alright, so here's some more post-commentary for your final dungeon. I'm your host, Whatjamagiveit. We are at the Emperor's Realm, of course. Now this one is, of course, 5 floors for the final dungeon. Makes sense. I don't think this was the longest one, though. I remember the longest one was actually like 7 floors, and I hated that one too, actually. That one was really annoying. I liked that one, and the Man at Legs were probably my least favorite that I've done that I can remember.
I like this game,
but let's just go ahead and see what we have here. Of course, there's some bulbors around here. This actually wasn't that bad, speaking from memory, because of course, post-commentary. This wasn't actually that bad. They give you a healthy amount of Pikmin. They don't give you any whites or yellows for this, but they're not really necessary. So you don't really need them. Though there is going to be a way to get Pikmin later on in the dungeon, so they're not left out entirely. Now this did take me a few times. I'm only going to show one try here. I'm showing a little bit of cut up version from it. This is the first couple floors. It's because I actually went for the treasure and stuff a little bit at first. I was able to find the key here pretty quickly because it's on these enemies, and it's much easier with these purples, so this isn't really that bad. They don't make this too terribly hard for your last dungeon. I'd say the last floor is probably the hardest, but not really. Just if you don't want to use the there is a way to do it without even using the Pikmin. So. There, of course, is the exit, which I will head to after grabbing some of this treasure, because I'm trying to get a little more filthy, stinking rich. While we're at it, there's some of the gold ones that I also decided I would allow my Pikmin to carry back, because, of course, I want to be filthy, stinking rich. So there's nothing over here. So the first floor is very simple, especially if you use your purples. You should have no problems. They give you these potions. It is definitely best to save them because you will need some for later, but it's not a bad floor. I did enjoy the final dungeon for the most part.
At least the first go around. If I die, then I'm not going to...
And even though I've yelled a lot, I've also enjoyed this overall. It is a fun mode. Though it is challenging at some points, but I am proud I was able to go through and get all the purple things, which, spoiler, I do end up doing because I actually completed this stream, but it's hard, but it's not impossible. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Let me tell you what.
This is the final area after all.
It's just takes a lot of patience, actually, because you're going to have to retry over a lot of stupid things happening. So right here, second floor, notice there's a ball bear over there who is going to immediately spot me and come over here after me while I'm attempting to well, I'm over here attempting to break those fire geysers, and I had to use both of my purple potions because those small ones ate my Pikmin. Now later on, what you actually should be doing on this floor is trying to use the purple potion on all 3 of them, like get the perfect angle to use it, because I needed that purple potion on the next floor. There's a reason that you need that purple potion, and because of that, I had to start over. I'll just say that right now. I did mess up on this next floor, and I'll show you why here in a second. So like I said, on that floor, try to target all of them with that purple potion. It is possible. I did it several times when I had to replay this. So definitely target all of them with that. But I'll show you down here on this third floor. First of all, you're going to notice there is some candy pop buds here, so you can get yourself some yellows. Now this enemy here, as you can see, he's over there in the middle of the water, who's killing me. He's over in the middle of the water. And you need to use a purple potion on him to freeze him in the water, so you can fight him a lot easier with your, a lot more easily with your blues. As you can see right there. This time I still have them because I was able to do what I said and freeze all 3 of those guys with the 1 purple potion. So I just cut back to this floor not to waste any real time here in the video. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and kill this guy first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use those candy pop buds to get some yellows because I wasn't sure if I would need them or not, and I decided I might as well have them in here. Now I was able to actually get an extra red potion over here at one point when I fought this, but I don't think it was this floor. So I just needed to get this guy in the water, and then go ahead and toss those guys on his head and kill him, and it's not that bad. So if you just save your potion, that's really all you need the purple potions for, to be honest. You don't really need them for anything else. So if you can do that, you are A-okay. You don't have any problems at all. Now all I'm going to really do here is go ahead and get myself some yellows. Now I end up screwing up and throwing in and getting a red or blues because the key animation popping, the animation of the exit popping up from the key kind of messed up my vibe there that I had going on throwing that in there. So I accidentally got some blues, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and over and get some yellows anyway, just in case I need them, and if not, they can still be present with us for this final area. Now I'm waiting because I'm worried I'm going to accidentally get something else again, which is why I didn't throw there.
Yeah, there you are.
Now that I have some yellows, I'm just going to go ahead and pluck them. I don't think I really ever worried about getting any more after this. This is all I ever wanted. I was going to get 2 candy pop buds full of them, but I'm not really that worried about it at this point, so we just go ahead and move on. I was wondering if there would maybe be a potion over there, but so I threw these Pikmin to see. But I also needed some nectar for my new Pikmin anyway, so I decided I would come over here, nectar all these guys, just to keep them all safe. Really, you don't actually need most of these Pikmin actually going forward, I'm going to be honest with you. You might if you don't get lucky on the final floor like I did, but this is where I got a red potion from once, which was very helpful, if you can find it, but I was not so fortunate as to get it again. I think it's an extra rare thing to have happen.
Extremely rare spawn in this thing.
As you can hear my past, I'll say extremely rare spawn. You can hear me talk sometimes. Okay, now I finally quit dilly-dallying and get on to the next floor. Now this next floor is going to be a boss floor, actually. So you're really just going to want your purple Pikmin for this. I did have to attempt this one. I did fail on this once because I forgot how this works for some reason and screwed up. It is the Empress Ballblacks, which of course she does give off your children, or she does have children that come out, that she bursts out the back of her that will come around and eat your Pikmin. So you have to have a captain in the back for those to lock on to, which I forgot about the first time, and it killed one of my Pikmin because of that, which was annoying. So make sure you do that. This is a 2-captain fight. You only really need your purples, and I have 2 red potions to do this with. This is not the final floor, so you do need to be careful as to your potions if you care about that. But I didn't use any on the last floor, and I didn't need any. So I think you'll be fine to go without it. But this was not a hard fight for me. It's just I screwed up the first time because of stupid shit that I forgot about. This boss really, I don't find this boss very hard. The next room is actually harder in my opinion, but I actually didn't even end up using my Pikmin for that room, and I'll show you why when we get there. But yeah, this is a very simple boss. You just have to throw it onto her head whenever she is not rolling, of course, and then once she gets to a certain point, you're going to want to shake them off so that she doesn't hurt your Pikmin, because she'll shake them off to the side and then roll on top of them if you're not careful, which I did have happen to me once when I fought this as well, because I was too reckless and left them on her head for too long. Now she's going to roll again, of course, You want to keep switching simultaneously back to your captain to kill the enemy or the enemies back there that she's birthing out. And of course, there's those lovely spots on the ground from her children that she rolled over because she's disgusting pig. I do like the design of this boss. It's like a big caterpillar ball orb hybrid. That is interesting. I enjoy that look.
Come on, please stop rolling already.
But anyway, you can just use both your... I do recommend using both your red potions for this if possible. Now, I did end up having her throw them on the side like she did just there, but I got lucky because she didn't roll that direction right away. And there my Pikmin caught on fire, but I was able to save them. I was really worried I wouldn't for a second. And Olimar got more damage in the meantime because of my carelessness. Now I'm trying to be very careful with them because I'm worried that she's going to... I'm worried she's going to shake them off again, which is why I'm not doing it. She has to take a certain amount of damage before she does it, which is why she hasn't been, and I'm being too careful right now, actually, which is why she is not yet going into her rolling animation. Now, she should be any moment now. Now, Olimar's taking a lot of health here. Now, your captains do actually heal when you go on to the next floor in these dungeons. I didn't realize that, but I was very worried about Olimar going into the next floor, but it turns out that I didn't have to be worried about him because he was just fine. I think I actually did end up saving my other red potion just in case I needed it for the next floor. I forgot about that, but I did not end up using it. And I'll show you why when I'm down there, but you don't actually need to use Pikmin on the next floor if you get lucky enough to. You may have to because there's only a limited number of bombs there, which is what I end up using. And if you don't... Well, I'll show you again. But for now, this is the end of Empress Ballblacks. She's dead. And she has the key, of course. Olimar's very close to dying, like I said, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and take our beautiful key. And we're going to go ahead and take our nasty Empress Ballblacks, I guess. And let's go back. I just like taking that corpse of hers back because it looks so funny. Which is why I'm allowing my Pikmin to take it back. And there's the exit, of course, on the other side where Olimar was standing. And my Pikmin were being, of course, dummies and getting themselves burnt on that. And now I have Empress Ballblacks in my arsenal. Olimar is going to go down there. And I almost ran him into the fire. He might have died from that, which would have been really funny, but also really sad for me. I don't know what happens if you lose a Pikmin in challenge mode, and I didn't want to find out, or a captain in challenge mode, and I don't want to find out, so I didn't want to find out. Anyway, here we are in the Emperor's Realm level 5, which is the final floor. You can see Olimar did heal. Well, you can't see it yet, but Olimar did heal, so we're good on that front. Now, what's here is actually, if my past self would walk forward a little bit. I don't know what I was doing here. Oh, I was getting my purples. We don't actually need the purples yet. See, what I found, what we have here are Emperor Ballblacks, as you can see their eyes in the ground over there. And what I was going to end up doing, what you can do with these guys is make them eat these bombs and they'll take damage from them. So I was going to try to damage them as much as possible before I use my Pikmin on them if possible. One of them has the key. It is possible to kill them completely with bombs, but, which is what I'm about to do right now, which is this speed up thing. It is possible to kill them with bombs, but there's only a limited number here, so if you don't get lucky and kill the one with the key, with either the first two, then you're going to have to use your Pikmin on them, but as long as you can find the key, which I do end up finding the key in one of these ones that I kill with the bombs. So I got lucky on that front, did not have to use my Pikmin at all. So at this point, we're pretty much home free as soon as I'm fortunate enough to find the key. All I cared about at this point was not losing any Pikmin, so I was trying my best not to. And there's plenty more bombs for me to use, but at this point, as you can see, that one died and had the key, so I got very lucky on my first go. I didn't even have to kill that other guy, but I'm letting him get stunned right now, so I can take my blues over to go get the key while he's stunned. And then I'm going to try to get Olimar to distract him, hopefully, so that these guys don't get eaten, because I don't want them to get eaten and die. But yeah, that's all you need to do is kill one of these guys for the key, and there's of course some treasures around. You can see that one over there by the to the left of where the screen was. On the little island out there, and maybe some more if you kill these other Emperor Ball Blaxes. But that's all you need. I was trying to stun him one more time so that as I go for the exit, he's stunned. Because the other one's not awake. You could see that the one actually rooted the one out of the ground by growling and awakening him. But at this point, this is our final exit in challenge mode, so we're going to go ahead and break it open. And get on out of here.
Goodbye. We're not worrying about the treasure.
With that, I will have completed everything.
That is everything in challenge mode. 100% complete. Purple star rankings and everything.
That was kind of frustrating to do in some cases, but it wasn't too terrible. I know I got kind of angry. I'll probably cut out some of that stuff from the beginning of the stream. Just to cut things down a little bit. And that's a perfect ranking. Final time, of course, the purple flower. Let's do this. Now, before we end off the stream, well, you'll see we have everything perfect here. Excellent. Look at this. Beautiful. All purple flowers means we've gotten 100% in challenge mode. Now we can go back. Before we end off the stream. Alright, guys. One more post-commentary for you here. Now that we've beaten this mode, there's going to be something cool for us, but I want to mention very quickly.
Two-player battle mode.
Two-player battle mode, I actually did this on Mega's channel. I know I mentioned this before, so if you want to check this out, there'll be a link in the description. It's just basically a little competition. I have that in the description. Link to Mega's channel. It'll also be in the playlist if you're watching that, for the playlist. But if you complete challenge mode 100% with all purple flowers, which of course means not losing any Pikmin, you will unlock Louie's Dark Secret here, which is what you get, of course, like I said, for beating challenge mode 100%. So this is a little bonus video thing we can unlock under the bonuses section. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what it has. Louie's Dark Secret.
The president trusted Louie with the golden pick carrots. But Louie couldn't suppress his powerful hunger.
And he ate every last one. Oh my goodness. So then he falsified his report to the president, which led to Hakatate Freight acquiring an insurmountable debt. Well, there you have it, folks. Louie is the reason that the company went into debt in the first place, because he ate all the pick carrots he was supposed to be delivering. That is the secret you get for completing challenge mode 100%. So at that point, discluding battle mode, which I'm counting as done since I've done that already on Mega's channel. Like I said, link in description or in playlist. We've done everything in Pikmin 2, so Pikmin 2 is 100% complete, and this stream series will be done as of this video. So next time I stream, I'll be moving on to a different game. Well, once I do another stream series. Look at them moving around there. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a fun ride. It's been a little frustrating at points, but I'm glad I finished and went through it all. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for sticking with me through this one, and appreciate it. See you guys.